Everything that's wrong with the world looks obvious when you're angry, tired, or scared. Greed, corruption, lies, war, division, noise, everyone shouting, no one listening. Systems built to extract instead of serve. People chasing symbols instead of substance. Screens raising children. Algorithms shaping belief. Truth thinned down into opinion. And yeah, that's real. That's not imagination. That's not paranoia. That's not spiritual bypassing. These things exist. They cause harm. They distort people. They reward the worst instincts when nothing stops them. But here's the part nobody likes to say out loud. The world isn't only broken, it's revealing. Every collapse exposes what was already rotten. Every scandal shows what was hidden. Every manipulation proves how untrained the mind still is. Every outrage shows where attention goes when it isn't mastered. What looks like decay is also disclosure. The same world producing distraction is producing discernment. The same era breeding confusion is offering clarity. For anyone willing to slow down and look inward instead of outward. Nothing is forcing anyone to stay unconscious. That's the uncomfortable truth. People aren't trapped. They're distracted, not enslaved, sedated, not powerless, unfocused. And perspective changes everything. From one angle, humanity looks doomed, selfish, short-sighted, addicted to comfort and spectacle. From another angle, humanity is mid-initiation, learning clumsily what happens when power outpaces wisdom. From one view, the world is evil. From another, it's a mirror, showing each person exactly where they gave their responsibility away. What's right with the world doesn't trend. It's quiet, local, subtle. It's a parent choosing patience instead of repeating trauma. It's someone turning off the noise and thinking for themselves. It's the person who stops feeding outrage and starts living deliberately. The one who refuses to become what they hate. The world doesn't need saving. Perception does. Because the moment you stop seeing yourself as a victim of the age and start seeing yourself as a participant in it, everything shifts. Responsibility returns. Power comes back online. Agency re-enters the room. Same world, different lens. Chaos or curriculum. Prison or proving ground. Collapse or correction. It was always perspective. And here's where it gets darker. The systems don't collapse first. People do. They collapse inward, quietly, comfortably. They trade curiosity for certainty, convenience for conscience, belonging for truth. And the world learns exactly how far it can push, how much absurdity people will normalize, how much contradiction they'll swallow if it comes wrapped in comfort, how much control they'll accept as long as it's called protection. This is the dangerous phase, not chaos, compliance, not tyranny screaming its arrival, but power whispering, "Don't think, we've got this." The lights stay on, the apps keep refreshing, the food still arrives, so nobody notices the slow erasure of inner authority. And the ones who do notice, they're labeled, dismissed, mocked, buried under noise, because a thinking individual is more dangerous than any weapon. The world grows darker not because evil wins, but because apathy spreads. Outrage becomes entertainment, truth becomes tribal, and people would rather feel right than be free. And beneath it all, something ancient stirs. Not a monster, a hunger, not for flesh, for attention. A system that feeds on fear, distraction, division, identity without depth. Not demons in robes, patterns in minds, loops, reflexes, scripts. And the most ominous part? It doesn't need force anymore. People volunteer, they police each other, repeat the talking points, outsource meaning. They defend the cage because it feels familiar. This is where perspective becomes fate. Because if you see the world as hopeless, you become harmless. If you see it as evil, you become reactive. If you see it as broken beyond repair, you surrender without realizing it. But if you see it clearly, the machinery, the incentives, the psychology, then the darkness notices you not to attack, to test. Because this phase isn't about awakening masses, it's about sorting. Who can hold awareness without becoming cruel? Who can see manipulation without becoming paranoid? Who can walk through decay without absorbing it? The world grows darker to see who carries light without advertising it. And that's the part nobody tells you. The ominous feeling isn't doom, it's pressure, like the deep ocean, like steel about to harden, like silence before a decision that can't be undone. Same world, same events. But now the question sharpens. Will you dissolve into it, or stand intact while everything else reveals what it really is? Because what it really is, when you strip away the symbols and the stories and the outrage and the sides people keep picking, is a massive, ongoing test of attention and integrity. A pressure chamber designed to see who hands over their mind willingly and who keeps it intact. Who needs an authority to tell them what to feel, and who can sit with uncertainty without panicking? Who confuses noise for meaning, and who can hear what's underneath it? Who becomes cruel when the mask comes off, and who becomes clear? Who needs an enemy to feel alive? And who understands the real battle is internal, because nothing here is random and nothing here is fully controlled either. It's incentives and psychology and human weakness looping on itself. A world that doesn't demand obedience but rewards it. That doesn't force compliance but makes it comfortable. Where the real currency isn't money or power but attention, belief, and identity. And the people who lose themselves aren't conquered. They're consumed slowly by convenience, certainty, and the need to belong, while the few who remain intact don't escape the world. They move through it differently, quietly, deliberately, aware that the game isn't about winning or saving anyone or burning it all down, but about not becoming hollow, not outsourcing your conscience, not surrendering your inner authority, and walking forward awake enough to choose who you are, even as everything else reveals exactly what it was always going to be. And that is when it all starts to make some sense. Humanfluence, out.